Namaste students. In our last class what we learnt? We learnt point, line, line segment, ray and pair of lines. In pair of lines we have seen two lines intersecting. So we called it as intersecting lines, and the two lines which are parallel and we called it as parallel lines. Today we see the another one part of the line. Now this is line. If I leave like this is a curve. So what we call curve? Curve is a line which is not straight. So we call curves means not straight. You can see around us so many things which are bounded by the straight line and some of the things which are bounded by the curves. Now this is a paper. The boundary of this paper is bounded by the straight line, and now this is a ribbon, and now it is not a straight and it is a curved one, and here it is a mask. The edges of this mask are curved. Even here you can see circle. The edge of this circle is also a curve, and you can see the edge of this scale is also a straight line, and around us you can see petals of the flowers. Most of the petals of the flowers are curved, and the leaves, most of the leaves are also curved in nature, but coconut leaves are straight. So you can see and you can mark different types of lines which are straight and which are not straight, means which are curved one. Now observe these figures. Here you can see these figures are curved figures. There are 5 figures. All the figures are curved one. Under this you can see here it is only like this, and here you can see curved one, and here there are straight lines, and here these 3 lines are straight one, and here it is curved one, and there is no crossing in these 3 figures. So what type of figures these are? These are known as simple curved figures. So this is simple curves. And if you observe these 2 figures, here you can see crossed in between the 2 lines here, and here it is curved one. Even here 2 curves crossed each other, and these 2 figures are not simple curves. So it is little complicated. So we call this one as not simple curves. Now observe these two types of figures. Here you can see one curve and one straight line, and it is closed. Here you can see circle, and it is also closed. Here you can see a cylindrical shape, and it is closed. And now what you can say about these figures which are closed? Very good, it is closed figures. So under curves we can see 2 types. One, closed curves. These are figures are known as closed figures. And if you observe these figures, are they closed? They are not closed. So we can see 2 types of curves or figures. They are closed figures, and another one is open figures which are not closed. So under curves we have 2 types. One is closed figure and another one is open figure. These are open figures. Around us we can see many closed figures, and most of the figures which are closed we call it as polygons. If you observe here, this is a polygon which bounded by 3 sides, and we call this one as triangle. Here there is another one figure which is bounded by how many sides? Here there are 4 sides and we call this one as a rectangle and it is also a polygon. And now if you observe another one figure, in this you can see how many sides or how many line segments. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is also a closed figure bounded by the line segments and we call it as a polygon. So what is a polygon? Polygon is a closed figure bounded by 3 or more line segments. Let us call this triangle by the name ABC. ABC is the triangle in which we can three lines and we call these 3 lines as the sides. So which are the sides? Sides AB, we name like this AB. Then BC this is the another side and AC is the third side. So what is the side? Side is the line segment bounded by the polygon. So there are 3 sides for a triangle. Even in this, if you observe, there are 4 sides and we name this rectangle ABCD. And here the sides of this rectangle are AB, BC, this side CD and AD is the 4th side. Now this is a polygon. We name this polygon which has 5 sides by the word pentagon. So we name this A, B, C, D, E. And the sides of this pentagon are AB, BC, CD, and not and, one more is there, CD, DE, and EA. Now, when the 2 sides meet at one point, here side AB and BC meet at one point and we call this point as vertex. And this AB and AC meet at one point, that point is A here and we call this is another vertex. And you can see one more vertex, that is very good, it is C. So this is the vertex where side BC and AC meet. So we call the plural form of the vertex is vertices. So you can see 3 vertices here. They are A, B and C. There are 3 vertices for this triangle. And how many vertices you can see in the rectangle? Even in this rectangle you can see 4 vertices. Which are they? A, B, C and D. How many vertices are there for a pentagon? Very good. By observing the figure, you can say there are 5 vertices. So, vertices of this pentagon are A, B, C, D and E. Now, what about the sides which are nearby? The sides which are nearby are known as adjacent sides. So you can see AB and BC are the adjacent sides. Then AB and AC are the adjacent sides. But what about in rectangle? You can see only AB and BC are the adjacent sides AB and AD are the adjacent sides, but AB and CD are not adjacent. Why it is not adjacent? Because AB straight line and CD straight line do not have common vertices. But in the adjacent side you can see AB and AD has one common vertex. So these two sides are adjacent sides, but these two sides are not adjacent, but we call it as opposite sides. Even in a pentagon also you can see these two sides are adjacent sides, these two sides are adjacent to each other, these two sides are adjacent to each other, but CD and AB are not adjacent, ED and AB are not adjacent because they do not have common vertex. Now observe here there are two figures. One is curved figure, another one is figure which has straight line, and we call it as polygons. If the closed figure bounded by this space, we call that space is known as region. So a boundary or area bounded by the figure is known as region. Even here we call the area bounded by this figure, that means this area, we call it as region. If the point is inside the region, we call it as interior point. So point A is interior or interior point, and if the point is on the boundary, we call it as point B is on the boundary. If the point is outside the region or outside the given figure, we call it as exterior point. So point C is exterior point. See here one pentagon, ABCD is the pentagon. Here you can see 5 sides, 5 vertices. Now we join the opposite vertices. If you join the vertices these two, you are getting one straight line, and this straight line AD is known as the diagonal of this pentagon. And if you join B and D, which are not adjacent vertices, and you are getting another one diagonal. If you join C and E, which are not adjacent vertices, and it is also a diagonal. So diagonal is the line joining the opposite vertices inside the given polygon. Here there is one question. Draw any polygon and shade its interior. So you have to draw the polygon. You can draw any figure which has 6 sides. We call a figure which consists of 6 sides, we call it as hexagon, and it is asked us to shade its interior, means you can give the color or you can shade with the pencil also. You can draw any type of polygon. Draw 2-3 polygons and shade its interior. Also answer the questions given in the exercise 4.2. Students, here in exercise 4.2 there are questions. You have to answer all the questions and send it to the subject teachers or the class teachers. Thank you.